all the hipsters, all the, those chubby green-haired tundra Wookiees. They want to have abortions, but no one will sleep with them. Those. You're doing it because you're a filthy communist, and you're trying to unravel our society. Whoa, baby! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free. I'm Kevin Downey Jr. This is my wonderful friend, Gina Bisconte. Gino, how have you been?
Well, I feel like I've just been here yesterday, and last I saw you, you were enjoying a delicious weed brownie, I believe.
It may have been a chocolate, and it may have been a bad idea. One minute you're having fun, the next thing you know, there's giant ants all over the place trying to eat you. Or maybe that was just me.
No, that could have just been you. Like, we've all had that brownie. I knew you were in for a long night when you looked at me, and we'll get to the stuff. I love this show. Thank you for letting me come here to the most patriotic venue in America. They let me sneak in twice a week now. And this is your show where what we normally do is we take videos of people on the left losing their marbles.
Yes.
But as we saw last night, as you watched with the fine people from Real America Voice and Studio 6B, the State of the Union, so much was done that, and I'm going to ask you a question, then I'm going to start with a clip that I showed you, and I said I really want to start with this, so thank you. But I'm going to ask you, okay? There was a time where my life was simple. You're not going to believe this. I used to do even less and care even less than I do now.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I mean it. Like, I didn't care. Like, I will go so far as to say, and I may get drummed out of this studio for saying this. I cared so little about politics in the early aughts that I didn't mind when Obama got elected, because I just wasn't paying attention. It was insane. Mm-hmm. And now I watch things like the State of the Union, like I did last night, and I wish I had a reference point, because if every politician did a State of the Union like we saw, where Donald Trump gave, in my opinion, specifics of what he'd been doing, of what he had not been doing, of what other people had been doing that he thought they should not be doing, and, just after a while, politics tend to get boring. Then just celebrate. Celebrate people that, would wear an American flag, would stand for the anthem, would stand, unlike the entire, why is it that the right side's on the left and left side's on the right? The entire group of people to Trump's right, the radical left, didn't stand for people that had died, let alone people that had saved countless lives. Yeah. Has that always gone on during State of the Unions? And of course, you'd have to think back to Obama, because Lord knows Biden never did them. Am I wrong?
You are 1,000% right. Now, let me ask you a question. I think...
Let me tell you, that's going to be a challenge.
I
might have had a couple drinks last night because I knew I was taking the train in, and I didn't have to drive.
Yep, you might have.
I didn't have to drive the train. That means two things.
Now, do you think... I had someone text my show, and I agree with this person that Trump purposely set them up so they could cut the video into little snippets and use them in commercials for the midterms. Here's Ilhan
without
Omar.
a doubt. Please, go.
Here's Ilhan Omar. She's pooping herself because ever since the clitotomy, what do they call it when they slice your, she's been cranky.
It's called growing up Muslim.
Oh, is that? Okay.
That's what it's called. That's what it's called, growing up Muslim. Did you want your clitoris? Too bad. Did you want to enjoy life? But you're a woman. And speaking of, but you're a woman, and we'll get to this as well. I love that he had the woman there. I always forget her name, Heather or something. The girl, the biological female, who was basically bullied into believing she was a male, trapped in a beautiful woman's body, and she sued, and she showed them, and she literally didn't even want to be there, but she knew. Yep. I mean, if you looked at her when everyone was clapping, she literally did this. She did this. Yeah. And I think she did that because, I don't want to be here. But God forbid what happened to me happens to some other girl.
You know what? I wrote about that one. So, folks, there was a woman named Sage last night, young woman.
Sage, thank you so much.
Here's the story of Sage. I won't. This is horrible. If you've got kids and you don't want them to hear about what happens to young, confused girls who are swallowed up by the system and exploited,
Yes.
you should take it
And
away.
we're all for young girls swallowing, just not up by the system, right? What?
He said it, not me.
What?
This woman, Sage, 14 years old. Well, when she was 2, she was taken away from her mother because her mother was a crackhead. And she got beaten up by the mother's boyfriend. Anyway, the grandparents have had her ever since. And the grandparents don't know what trans means. They don't know anything about it. They don't know pronouns. Well, two teachers and I think a counselor jump on this young girl 2 weeks after she's gotten out of the mental health hospital and said, you know what, because she looks tomboy.
Right.
You're a boy. You should use the boys' bathroom.
I didn't know this part of it.
They pushed her into it. I know the whole story. I wrote about it. They pushed her into being trans. She ran away. Guess what she ran into, Gino, first? Would it be a nice guy to help her, or would it be someone pretending to be a nice guy who's a pedophile? Pick one.
I'm going to guess, is there by the way, tell me a nice guy that's not a pedophile. Never. Obviously B.
Yes.
Obviously B.
And then that animal hands her off to 2 more animals who also rape her and then start to pimp her with at least 4 men that we know of. She runs away.
I thought you were going to say 4 men that we know, period.
Here's where it gets sick. Runs away, ends up at the Maryland home for bad boys because they said, you're a girl, you're going there. And the grandparents go, what are you talking about, boy? That's not a boy, that's a girl. You're out, sir. Get out of my courtroom, you bigot. And he has no idea what's going on.
Wow.
So she goes into the house for bad boys, gets gang raped again and again and again and again, runs away, finds her way on a bus to Texas to meet a gamer who's 16, all right, quiz.
Jesus.
Is he a 16-year-old gamer, or is he a 39-year-old pedophile pretending to be a 16-year-old gamer? Gino?
I think he's a 39-year-old pedophile that identifies as a 16-year-old gamer.
There you go. He rapes her, but now she ends up in the hands of the cops, not in Maryland, because they really, those are the ones that tore her apart, sending her to that boys' home. The sheriff in Texas goes, well, girl, you're a girl. What do you mean you're a boy? Oh, hold on. Calls grandma, who have adopted her. They're now her legal parents and have been since she was 2. So they've got your daughter. So they get her on the straight and narrow. It was a long, ugly story of repeated sexual assaults.
Then when does she go and get the gender reaffirming surgery?
She's out. She says, "This is done. I'm done with this. I'm not a boy." I
Right,
don't
but
want you to think I'm a boy.
isn't she the one that had surgery done to her? And
That's
she sued?
Chloe Cole.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, so she was a different one. I didn't even realize. I confused the two. And
Yeah.
you know what's terrible? That there are 2 women to confuse. That's the crime that's going on. Exactly. Just 2 that I know of, and I'm trying not to pay attention to this, which brings me back to what we were saying, and thank you. If you don't understand, I need someone to explain to me, I should say, because I don't understand, how the State of the Union is something, I'd love to watch that once a month. And let me tell you something about Donald Trump. Anyone that says he's cognitively impaired, that wasn't a State of the Union. That was, I Googled Dean Martin celebrity roast.
Yes.
He should, Dean Martin should have brought him up holding a drink, because getting back to what you said, and then we'll show the clip, that makes complete sense. Trump is so good at what he does that he literally had moments that they knew they'd be able to splice, and we'll be looking at a few of them. You do all the heavy lifting. We'll be looking at a few of them that literally are going to go viral.
Yes.
And when the thing in the real time of them happening, am I wrong to say Trump was like, yep, that's what you're supposed to do? When Ilhan Omar is sitting there with a face like when I don't mind, you can get used to people lying, but when people lie like a 3rd grader, when people lie like a 5-year-old, and they have no comeback, and it's like, why didn't you stand up? You killed people. No, Hillary Clinton killed people.
Yep.
Do you understand? And I don't just mean her dear friends that committed suicide, Ben effing Ghazi.
Yeah.
That's how you kill people, okay? Your state killed people by not letting police do their job. And what policeman in Minnesota would want to do their job? And that's twice I said job before noon. That's terrible. What policeman would want, if you say don't go near that, stand down, they're like, no problem. Because the last guy that knelt down is in jail for a guy suffocating.
That's true.
On fentanyl.
On fentanyl. That'd be George Floyd, folks, who did not die because of anything a police officer did. That the knee, I will admit, it was a horrible angle. He looked like a big white racist cop with his knee on the black. on the neck of a crying black man. It had everything, and that's why it worked. No damage to that man's body at all. The knee was actually on the top of the shoulder. It's textbook. They said no, it wasn't, but they wouldn't allow his actual training textbook into the courtroom because they knew they had to rip his life apart.
And that training textbook picture looked
exactly,
to quote Micah, identical.
Yeah.
Now, I know we only have a minute. We're teasing it out. We'll get to the video, but I'm going to say one more thing, and I'd love your thoughts on it as you close this out. I'll get back to anyone that says Trump, who stands on Air Force One and gives interviews, who goes back and forth with people, who literally, when we show the clip of the hockey team, the way tired of winning, he's like he's setting it up. He's his own best hype man.
Yeah.
Anyone that says, imagine if Joe Biden were giving that speech anywhere, let alone State of the Union, and he was getting heckled like that. You know, he would have Mitch McConnell. Back to you.
I can't take these knucklehead leftists and go, man, Trump sure got some problems. You voted for a guy who shit his pants in front of the Pope. You don't get to vote anymore. You should have to sit down. Folks, we're just getting started. We're having fun.
We're going to get to clips, right?
Yes. Hold on. We'll be back.
You've worked hard and saved, but inflation and increased money supply are eroding your buying power. Protect and grow your wealth with physical gold and silver. Sound Money. With a Sound Money wallet, your wealth stays in your control. Buy fractionally, vault securely, ship directly, and instantly liquidate your gold and silver at the highest buyback price in the industry. Real money, real ownership. Visit tafwsoundmoney.info or scan the QR code and start securing your financial future today.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
At the America First Warehouse. Live at the America First Warehouse on a Friday, Real America's Voice, all across the country, 103.9 LI News Radio, all across your radio, Suffolk County, Long Island. Glad you're in.
Corporate transfer. Fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
Yeah, baby, we're back here. And the Kevin Downey Jr. podcast, Be Free, Stay Free. What do we like here? We like whiskey, freedom, snark, all sorts of fun stuff like that. Is that, Liberty, sorry, I added whiskey. You can throw chocolate on that too if you want to, but not too much. Not too much. You know, folks, you know where I went to? There's a town out here called Babylon. I was in Babylon, the other part, in roughly the year 10. That's where I went the other day, eating some fancy chocolates that I'll never touch again because wowzers. All right, Gino had the pleasure and the privilege of rounding up He corralled our videos today.
I rode the choo-choo today. That's the Long Island Railroad, not the one they had in Auschwitz. That was called the Juju.
Whoa.
Too soon?
What time is it? A little early. No, it's never too early.
Never
Come
too
on.
early.
All right,
Never too early.
Gino, let's go with video number 1, Bill. Let's take it, see what happens here. Roll it, please. Wait a minute, do you want to set it up?
I'm going to set it up simply as you said it perfectly. Like, I didn't hear this till you said it, but the second you said it, I'm like, yeah. Trump, you're saying Trump, like, literally had parts of his speech written so that he would be able, so it would be clippable, and he can really push stuff for the primaries, which I'm told, if he doesn't win those, we're screwed.
We're screwed.
Right? They're going to try and impeach him.
Midterms, yeah.
Yeah, the midterms, primaries, God forgive me. So you're saying this, and if that was his plan, once again, I called this when I sent it to you, Chef's Kiss.
This is Chef's Kiss.
This nails it.
Take
This
it
nails it. And one more thing I was going to say. We were talking like, are C-SPAN and CBS on his payroll all of a
Yeah.
sudden? Because I was watching clips, and this is one of them, where they're filming the left. Filming them. And I don't know if...
Being doped.
Either they are, like we've said, the left is so broken that they don't understand how stupid they are.
Yeah.
They don't know how they keep tripping over. They're like, they're showing their own kind, saying, "Look at how unimpressed."
Unimpressed.
They like, okay, the guy in this, I don't even know who he is, but look at him. He's just sitting there, in my opinion, doing some soul searching, saying, "Why am I not standing up right now?" Let's go. Thank you, guys.
Take it away, Bill.
One of the great things about the State of the Union is how it gives Americans the chance to see clearly what
Tom
their
Suozzi?
Tom
representatives
Suozzi's not even the
really
guy.
believe.
Watch, but yeah, thank you, Bill.
So tonight I'm inviting every
Tom
legislator
Suozzi.
Look at him,
to
taking
join
a
with
nap.
my
Pause it for 1 sec.
administration in
Pause it for 1
reaffirming a
sec.
fundamental.
What do you think this guy, I mean, and thank you, Bill, this guy, Tom Suozzi, this isn't even the guy I'm talking about. We'll get to him. C-SPAN or CBS is showing this guy. And I could see if he had a look, am I wrong, of determination. Or like he was, even if he had nothing in the tank and they don't, like at least have play poker. Have a bluff like this face, like no, but he has nothing.
He knows he's on the wrong side of history, as they like to say. Tom Suozzi, by the way, he's a filthy rep from out here in Nassau.
That's our guy?
Yeah.
District,
Nassau.
if I had to
Thank
guess,
you.
I'd say District 3. Hold on, what was it?
District 3.
Oh,
I was about to ask Joe, but we get it over the magic ear. Nassau Suffolk District
this
3.
thing's amazing.
Yeah, it is. All right, take it away. But do we need to see more of this clown?
Principle.
Oh, no, keep going.
If
This
you
is great,
agree
but
with this
Here we go.
statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
You agree, stand up. Look at this commercial coming, folks.
Yeah.
And there's
I think this is when they show the guy. Watch, and they show him for a long time. It's a sin.
It's just repugnant. We're not standing up for that.
Now, and look, again, this is what I'm talking about. They're showing the view of the entire left not standing up.
Is that the guy?
That's the guy. Look at him, and it stays on him. You don't even have to pause it. What is this guy thinking? Oh,
That's Mark Kelly?
Mark Kelly? Oh, the guy that's trying to thank you so much. Okay, pause it for 1 sec.
Yeah.
Because that's how long it goes on. I'm going to ask you. So we did the first guy, right? And I'm saying, I don't know what's going through his mind, but the difference between Swally, what is it? Suozzi, thank you, and Kelly, and other than they rhyme, that's not the difference is you look at Suozzi and he's got nothing. Am I wrong? I'm asking. He's like, what am I? Well, he can't even fake it. This guy, Kelly, looks like he's like, and I hope I'm right. I know I'm not. No one goes to jail. This guy's like, wow, I've hid behind. We've made such a mess of things.
Yeah,
That I don't even know what to try and reassess first. Let's play that game. That's what I think he's thinking. Look at this man. He's like, I don't even know what to reconsider in my awful life first. Thoughts?
Let me tell you this. So Mark Kelly is one of those 6 idiots who said to the military, hey, you don't have to take those illegal orders if you don't want to. So he's being investigated, and he might be someone just sort of let him go the other day, but it's not over yet. He might lose his pension. He probably won't go to jail. He might lose some of his pension. Right now, he is the definition of the deep state, all right? And Alyssa Slotnick, whatever,
That name
Slinkins.
sounds right.
Yeah.
Shrinkage?
Shrinkage. She's
love
part of
this
it,
guy.
too. But that guy right there knows He knows the New World Order is on its heels.
Yep.
He knows that he effed up. And right now he's like, maybe I shouldn't have taken that envelope with all the Chinese yen in it. Maybe I shouldn't have. Oh, God, I did. You're right. I see not even panic. I see remorse.
Yeah. I don't even know, like you've made such a mess of things. If you've ever seen The Talented Mr. Ripley, you'd like a gay guy in it. If you've ever seen The Talented Mr. Ripley, he starts having to just murder so many gay men. It's a great movie. So many, I'm kidding. But and at the end, he's just sitting there and he's trying to think. And the movie opens when he goes, in hindsight, I should have never taken that jacket. And and by the way, kidding aside, great movie. I love it with Matt Damon. But he's like, I should have never taken that jacket. And then by the time he gets to the end, it's led to so many poor choices.
Yeah.
That's the face he's making. But wait, I'm told there's more, Bill. May we?
He's got a Pinocchio nose. Yeah. This is the longest applause break. You don't know what that is, but it's when...
Pause it for a sec. What applause? What?
Yeah, applause breaks, but you haven't seen one.
Why would people applaud?
Well, when they like what the person on stage is saying.
What?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
And they do it for a long time?
Well, when you're funny, yeah, but...
what?
Yeah, you know what? I can't...
All right, anyway, another conversation. Back to... I thought when they liked you, they yelled, boo, you suck.
That's when they love you. That's when you've done so well, they say, we never need to see you again.
Shut up!
You've done so well here, Gino. You never need to come back.
They should have yelled, boo, you suck. If that guy, the first guy, yelled at Trump, boo, you suck,
yeah.
I would have more respect for him than him sitting there like, yeah. Hit play, applause. More of this
shame?
applause.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yes!
Not standing up. You
I love that. You should be ashamed
of
of
yourself.
yourself. Calls him out.
That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect
Pause it for a sec. Did you see what her pin says?
Yes.
Release the redacted. It's got the Black Oprah Epstein files.
No, hers says F ICE. Oh, she got two.
Yeah, I'm looking at the one that says release the files, and I'm going to say
They did.
Yeah, they did, and they all they have is stickers and signs, and we'll get to the video of the guy with the sign, the guy from Texas, the Democrat. But all they have are these slogans and bumper stickers, and when it comes time to say what they stand for, it's Trump's evil. That dopey broad from Virginia that wouldn't speak out against the AG that won as well, that said the guy needs to have his kid die.
Yeah.
What's her name? Spanberger. All she did was she called Trump corrupt. She's like, oh, he's enriching the Biden crime. But let's get back to this now.
Hold on, I've got a question.
Oh, please.
Where does one go to get buttons that say release the unredacted Epstein files and F ICE? Is there a store called Pinko's R Us? Where do you go for that? Where do you get that? I know where there's a Trump store right here at the America First warehouse. You're not going to find that. You're going to find swag, Trump swag. You're not going to find hateful pins. Did she have those made? There's got to be a place.
And by the way, what's her name? Lakin? Not Lakin Riley.
That is Rashida Tlaib.
Rashida Tlaib, who while they were chanting, while America was chanting USA for the hockey team, do you know what she was heard chanting?
Was that ah, la, 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 la?
Close. She was chanting KKK.
Really?
Yes, not rooting for the KKK, but just mocking white men. This is how broken they are. They just use bumper stickers and catchphrases and yeah, we're going to win, because they can't think for themselves. They don't know how to think for themselves. They deserve to live in a country where they think Renee Good was murdered. They do, because they're that stupid. And is Tlaib Minnesota? Or
no,
Ilhan is, right?
Ilhan's Minnesota. Rashida Tlaib runs the district where I grew up in now, because it's right next to Dearborn Heights, or you could call it Afghanistan. If you could call it that, no one's going to stop you from calling it Mishistan or something.
Yeah. Okay, so we got let's wrap this up, because this is where, by the way, before you play, I'll say this. Trump, they took the bait.
Yes.
They took the bait. This is where Trump is, and this is why I texted you guys and went, chef's kiss. Play the rest. Thank you, Bill.
And enact serious penalties for public officials.
Look at her.
Who
Look at her
block
face.
the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country. They're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
You could say taken the bait, but one of these people, we looked at 4 or 5 politicians. One of these politicians is speaking from the heart with conviction. One of them is. The others are panicking, or at a loss for words, or are just saying, you killed people, with a blank face because she knows she's got nothing. She's like, I've got to respond. Actually, you need to shut up. And in 2009, I forget who it was, I forgot the name already, somebody was censored for yelling at Obama during his speech, okay? And not like they yelled during the BAFTA Awards last night. That guy had Tourette's a couple days ago. But they could have yelled similar things. But my point is, let's see if she's disciplined. But am I wrong? We looked at one man, you said it, making clips for the midterms, and 4 or 5 people just beaten. Take us home, Kev.
Now, let me tell you something. I first want to say, I thank God every day that Ilhan Omar was not assassinated when that animal with the assault apple cider vinegar came at her and tried to assassinate her. We know it was an assassination because some stooge on the left told us. She is terrified in half of this thing because when Trump goes after fraud, you can see her going like, she doesn't know what to think. Like, I can't believe you just did that. Folks, 5 seconds. We got to take a break. Don't go away.
Brownie?
Have you noticed your money just doesn't stretch like it used to? Your paycheck feels lighter and your savings aren't growing. The culprits? Inflation and increased money supply. They've both been quietly eating away at your purchasing power for years. Today, the dollar's value has dropped significantly. You feel it every time you spend money on goods and services. Back in 1965, $1 or an ounce of silver could buy you a gallon of milk. Fast forward to today. That same dollar barely buys a couple of coffee creamers, while an ounce of silver would get you 8 gallons of milk. Gold and silver have held their value for centuries. If you had 2,500 ounces of silver back in 1965, you could buy a brand new Ford Mustang. Today, 2,500 ounces of silver would buy you 2 Mustangs. Similarly, in the year 2000, 628 ounces of gold would buy a new $170,000 home. Today, 628 ounces would buy you a $2,500,000 home. The problem? 95% of Americans don't own physical gold or silver. They think it's too complicated and too expensive, but it doesn't have to be. We offer a membership program that allows you to buy gold or silver with as little as $1. You can buy fractional amounts, safely vault them, or have them delivered to your doorstep, and you can liquidate them whenever you want at the highest buyback price in the industry. Ready to protect your wealth and keep your purchasing power? Scan the QR code or go to tafw.soundmoney.com to learn more.
If the vote count is accurate, then how come the number of voters is different? And if it's not accurate, then why was it certified? We are suing Letitia James and the New York State Board of Elections for a conspiracy against fundamental rights. This is not about who won. It's not about what party. It's about the fact that they don't care about your rights.
All right, live from Studio 6B on a Friday night, live at the America First Warehouse. Live at the America First Warehouse on a Friday, Real America's Voice, all across the country, 103.9 LI News Radio, all across your radio, Suffolk County, Long Island. Glad you're in.
It's me, Joe the Box.
And I'm John the Blanket with the America First Podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. The Fred Rubino Podcast. I'm James Justice. We got Stephen Ruth over here. What are we doing, Steve? Fighting!
Welcome to the Patriots Podcast. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast here at the America First Warehouse.
Welcome to Liberty's Cage, the podcast tearing down the walls of America's broken justice system.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free.
Hey, welcome back to America First Warehouse, the most patriotic venue in the land. Oh, I'm over here now. See, I don't know what camera I'm on. That's why you're watching the Kevin Downey Jr. show. This guy knows all the time. He gets applause breaks.
Yeah, you should try it. It's funny.
So
you don't have to talk.
If I may roll into
clapping.
the next one. What a night it was, okay? Because, again, we're talking about how I don't know who Trump paid off, or maybe it's just the fact that he's suing every network and he keeps catching them, and CBS like, just cover everyone because I don't want to get sued again for editing a Kamala Harris video. But the opening clip of, who's the Democrat from Texas? I always forget. Is Al Green? Is that it? It's Al Green.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's always doing stupid stuff. The guy's one dead brain cell away from saying Guam is going to tip over. But again, I'm going to say this. If anyone saw the video that the White House released, not Trump, but I love Trump, never backs down because white people, again, think, well, I should say, well, guilty white people, which they're all Democrats, like to say, well, you know what? I'm just going to say Trump's bad, and he's going to apologize like it. No, he's not. And they released that video where Donald Trump was king of the jungle, okay? And the strongest fucking people right on the food chain, below the lion, I'm sorry, is the ape. All right? So when you have the people that you're stronger than, and you make not just Michelle and Barack Hussein, but Joe Biden as well, apes, and then you make Schiff a weasel or something. Okay, no one cares.
That one writes itself.
No one cares because the Democrats are the party of hatred and racism,
Yes.
okay? And they will look for, they'll look to try and get people to rally behind them, people without brains, which is what this video is. What do you think?
I'll tell you this. So the video Gino's talking about is Trump released a video, and some hack put it was Obama and Big Mike dressed as monkeys as like an AI
Not
cartoon.
dressed. They were. It was a cartoon.
Cartoon, yeah. They were,
I mean, I can see if they dressed them, but it was just CGI or whatever.
Yeah.
AI. God forgive me.
And it was a hack job. Someone did that so people get mad at Trump, and so that's why Al Green, not the good Al Green, the crazy Al Green, the one who he got kicked out last year too. First one.
He wants attention.
He must have stuff to do.
And by the way, which is the video clip we're looking, is what he plans on. He takes this stupid sign, right? And he's like, they're going to throw me out, and then I'll get to speak my mind. So this is the moment he's waited for. This is him. Like, so we just watched a clip of Trump just, you said it perfectly, just making some YouTube shorts for the midterms, right?
He's killing it.
Yep. All right, now this is this guy's YouTube short for the to take down Trump. Let's take a look.
If you could please start off just by giving us your big picture view of what you heard from the president.
We don't hear it.
Well, I heard very little because I was escorted out of the chamber because I confronted the president about his portraying Michelle and Barack Obama as members of the primate family, which I find totally unacceptable and rejectionable. And as a result, I displayed this, and I wanted the president to
look,
see
there he is. He holds up the
that
sign.
Black people
aren't apes. And
the
this is
president
his
has never
Kodak moment. Now,
apologized.
I
He
don't
never
know
said it was
if
wrong.
you people at home
He's
can
expressed
hear
no
us.
regrets.
I mean, I know you can hear
The
us, and for that I
president
can't apologize
is
enough.
imposing
I don't know
racism
if you can hear him
from the
humiliating
highest office
himself,
in the
but
land.
basically what he's
And
saying,
we
and you can
cannot
pause it
tolerate
there,
this.
because actually, if you even want to go back to the picture, it'd be perfect at the end. But what I'm saying is, this is a guy that gets his Kodak moment, for lack of a better word. And did you see in the business? You'd know this. You get the applause breaks in the business. It's called the reveal, and you see him unfurl it. And I don't know if you know this, but it says, if we can get the picture up again, it says black people aren't monkeys. And at one point, he's so dumb, the sign was so makeshift and last minute, he was holding it. I'm not kidding. You can find this picture online, and his opposable thumb was on the A in aren't. So the sign reads, black people rent monkeys. And I could see if you want to outsource in your business, but when he is holding up a sign that says black people aren't monkeys, I retweeted it and said, black people aren't apes, forgive me. And it said black people run apes. And when I saw that, I retweeted the picture and said, on behalf of apes everywhere, thank you. Because I don't know if you know this, they've trained apes to think for themselves. They've trained apes to sign language so they can speak their mind rather than, and you know what the apes do with sign language? They don't say, what do you want me to say?
Yeah.
What would you like me to do for you to give me a banana? And by that I mean re-election. I'm sorry, but that's the best this guy can do in his Kodak moment. Kevin, your thoughts?
He didn't even have time to stop at Pinkos R Us so that he could get some pins or maybe a nice sign that said black people aren't apes.
Yeah.
Or anything. He made it himself. Maybe his grandson did it, and it looks like garbage, but he just couldn't wait to get kicked out. He loved it. He lives for that moment.
And what is and by the way, there was another sign someone sent me a clip of that just got hacked in the middle and ripped in half. It was hilarious to me that they think this is the problem. When you think you're better than everyone else. You're like, I'll do whatever they want. They'll love me. And they don't. And Trump really put in the work. Trump had something to say. Trump knew Trump knew what he would say would bait the left. They're like, I'm going to hold up this sign, black people aren't apes, and this will get them. And it was like, no, they're not. Trump even pointed at him and gave him thumbs up when they were walking him out. He doesn't care because Trump is a goddamn entertainer who has thought for himself. And before anyone, and none of you guys will, come back at me and say, oh, that's a racist joke. It's not. It's just a joke poking fun. It's satire at politics. Back to you, Kev.
Is it wrong for me? And I did notice this on the way out. He did fling feces at Trump. So just never mind.
He fashioned the gavel into a weapon. You can say all of this is racist, but it's not. We're joking around, and it's...
Yep. And you know what? You hit the nail on the head. But why are they doing this? Because they have nothing to say against what he's doing, because he's killing it. So the only message is, he's a racist, he's a racist, he's a racist, and no one cares. It's called semantic satiation.
Yeah.
If I call you a homo, and then 10 years later, you're still blowing me. I mean, no, it's like it loses
then you nailed it.
The words lose their meaning. Hey, Nazi, they don't care.
Oh, without
it
a doubt.
Means nothing now. It means nothing.
So what my point is they don't get what racism really is, and people will let things like what Gavin Newsom did. Now, the clip you're about to see is, Kevin, if I want to get black voters, you know what I do? If I want to get any voters, the best thing a politician can do, and I think it's why Trump is so successful, because even though we're not multi-millionaires, you know, with several children banging supermodels, Trump is a lot like us. Trump's an American. He had his own business. He's worked deals with everyone across the board, from politicians to people way less corrupt in the mob. So he's like us. So that's why we cotton to him. He curses, unlike the left, who when they try it looks awful.
It looks horrible.
So Gavin Newsom, who you know is going to run for president in 2028, he's trying to get the black vote. So he's like, I have to convince the black people I'm just like them. So how does he do that? Let's take a look at the clip of how Gavin Newsom tells black people, I'm just like you. And hot sauce in my purse was already taken.
Yep.
So this is what he went with. Here we go.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. You know, I'm a 960 SAT guy. And, you know, and I'm not trying to offend anyone, you know, trying to act all there if you got 940.
Act all there. Someone told him to use that phrase.
But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've
like
never seen me read a speech, because I cannot read a speech.
Okay, pause it. All right. Pause it. So can I just cut this down to 5 seconds? Hey, black guy, I'm just like you. I'm stupid and I can't read.
Oh, you got my vote. You know
this is easy.
The pandering is nauseating.
Yeah.
It's just nauseating. Like you said, Hillary, I've got hot sauce in my Gucci, but no, you don't. Keep in mind, Gavin Newsom hanging out with some of the fellas a couple months ago. He says, hey, man, I was just, trying to make rent. I was shooting a little basketball, eating my Kraft macaroni and cheese. My God, just blow them.
And it's such a lie. He's related to the Gettys. There's an article about him that from years ago when he was in high school, and it's him and 3 other rich kids. And the left is so disassociated from reality that you get people like our beloved Kathy Hochul say, you got kids in the Bronx who don't even know what a computer is. Yes, they do. It's what they're pulling out of that window when they break it with a rock.
What? She said that about black kids in the Bronx don't even know what a computer is.
Yeah.
And did you see the black dude who made fun of her? He's got
on
he's
TV. Like in a room.
And he comes out like a monkey going, whoo, whoo, and he's picking up the computer going, woo, woo. Yeah, just railing her.
And this is why they're trying to push this so that ridiculous SAVE Act, and we'll get to that, I'm sure, doesn't get passed because they're like, well, it's hard for black people to get an ID. And there's another video that went viral. It was actually in my neighborhood in East Harlem where they're going up to black people saying, do you have ID? And they're half mad. And then they're like, oh, it must be a joke. They're like, of course. Like, well, if you didn't have one, do you know where to get one? Yeah. And here's the thing that people don't get. Like, well, you can't get a birth certificate. Do you know how easy it is to go online and order a copy of your birth certificate? And they're saying, well, yeah, because 2/3 of black people don't have a passport. All we're asking the black people to do is find their birth certificate, not their birth father. Okay, that would be a little more difficult, and then we'd lose black voters. But stop it. Stop making more of it than it is and act like you're the heroes and the people on the right are just trying to push racism when, once again, if you want the black vote, convince them of what two things?
Well, you got to pander, you got to drink a 40.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been. Go on.
Pete Butt-Giggles did that. Pete Buttigieg.
Butt-Giggles, I
Pete
never heard
Butt-Giggles,
those.
There's a picture of him. He's got a 40 in a bag with a couple of brothers chugging a 40.
You're lying.
I swear to God.
Oh, my God.
I swear to God. I'm going to find it on the commercial, which comes up in 56 seconds. And I'm going to find it because I saw it yesterday. It's horrible, folks. I don't know if I can get it on the screen right now. I'll tell you, putting this show together takes us days. Well, we don't really. Minutes.
You came 20 minutes before, and I was drunk on a train. It's really, it's hard to do this.
You know,
but I am going to say, oh, you go.
Well, I was just going to say, as we're setting up, Dan goes, so is it just you and Gino? No Zoom? I go, no. He goes, just you and Gino making fun of shit? I go,
yeah. What is
That's the best life ever.
Yeah. And by the way, shout out to, and I'm like, I want a death show. This is great. I love this. I'm like, it's like we're the two kids in the back of the class making fun of everything. I love it.
Yeah, you know,
we love this venue, people. They can't get rid of me. Wait till I start getting mail hair. Mostly collection letters. Back to you.
Folks, we've got more coming up. We're going an hour and a half today. Stick around. More fun coming your way.
Most people think they have options when searching for the best deals when they travel. But here's the shocking truth. 100% of the major travel agencies are owned by just two entities, Expedia and Booking Holdings. They claim to offer the lowest rates, but due to the hotel rate parity agreement, they all have the same pricing, limiting genuine competition. When you book through these sites, you act as your own travel agent, but the profits are going to organizations that don't support our patriot values. We cannot allow that to continue. So, we decided to make travel great again by starting a US-based travel membership platform, mypatriottravel.com. We are patriots helping patriots. Together, we can disrupt the travel industry by not spending our hard-earned dollars supporting the radical left. For just $29.99 per month, you gain access to true wholesale rates on travel, saving you on average 35% and up to 65%. Book as often as you like, with no limits. Keep your hard-earned dollars in your pocket and spend them on things you need and want to support. Go to mypatriottravel.com/TAFW and grab your membership today. mypatriottravel.com/TAFW. Making travel great again.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
I'm sure you guys remember the platinum single, Justice for All, with Donald Trump and the J6 Prison Choir. Well, get ready for round two. We're coming out with Anthem of the Free with High Res and the J6 Prison Choir. It's coming out now. It's pre-sale until December 19th when it drops. Get yours on all platforms, Google Play, Apple iTunes. Get it. It's going to be hot.
Justice for all, our voices ring. The anthem of the free.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see. A symbol of humility. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Yeah, folks, here live at the America First Warehouse, the most, and by God, I mean the most patriotic venue in the galaxy. We're coming up on Universe. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's bigger. I got to check around some more, but I'm pretty sure we're the most patriotic place in the universe.
We are.
Now we're gonna do one more video. Is that right?
We have time for one more video, and by that I mean we only have one more video. But believe you me, we only have time for one more video because, as you know, the last 30 minutes we will be, and they haven't done a show in a couple weeks, so we're going to look at a December clip of, we're going to do the SNL weekend updated for accuracy and comedy. Like, in fact, I went to their page, and you know what they put out? And I couldn't put it up. It's like a 15-minute clip of them poking fun at Trump and J.D. Vance.
Oh.
I couldn't find any 15-minute clip of them poking fun at Biden where they just watch him take a nap and I almost said shit himself, but I won't say shit himself. I'll say something other than shit himself, at any rate. But this video...
I think he did in front of the
There you go. But this video we're going to show,
wow.
This perfectly sums up what I was saying to you, and I'd love your opinion on it as well, because you said it. Donald Trump, that first video, Chef's Kiss, it really underscores how he was just making clippable footage to really push the Republicans in the upcoming, I almost said primaries again, in the upcoming midterms. But I'm curious, what is going on with the mainstream media that's they're part of it now? They're part of the fun.
Oh, yeah.
This clip, I couldn't resist showing it. God forgive me, Trump is taking more swipes at the left, calling them out, setting them up, baiting them perfectly. And he calls about Minnesota, which is the most corrupt state in the union right now.
100%.
I think it's past Gavin Newsom's L.A.
I'm hearing California is going to boggle our minds just because there's so many more people.
But is it possible? And I agree with you. But is it possible? And I've said this about what's going on here in New York with our beloved Mom Downey, because Mom Downey's like, well, you can shovel snow for us, but if you do, you need 3 forms of ID. And everyone, 5, thank you, even better. And everyone eats that up. And I'm like, look. And while everyone's calling him out, what's he saying to New Yorkers? Like, look, I'm going to have to raise taxes on the rich. And then he calls out Hochul because they're all weasels. Mm-hmm. And it's like, and he doesn't say Hochul, but he's like, and if we can't do that, I'm going to have to increase taxes on the middle class, property taxes on the middle class. And no one's noticing that because they're like, oh, look, picture ID. He knows that. And he's destroying this city. And they're all going to wait till after the midterms as well to do all this stuff. But trust me, this city, Michael Malice said it perfectly. When things go bad, things go bad slowly and then quickly. And I thought it would be more of a slower roll with this. Like, I'm still here. We're watching the city burn.
Yeah.
Me and you were like, I ain't leaving.
He's not even 2 months in yet, and he's cooking that place. He's cooking New York City. And you know what? There were so few takers to shovel snow for like, I think it was $19.47. What? Yeah. How about just $19.50 or maybe $20? He went up to $30 because there were so few takers. $30.
Yeah. Who wants to do that?
I don't have 2 pictures of myself.
I have 2 pictures you sent me, but it's not your face.
Oh, you cut me to the quick, sir.
If you don't understand that Trump is playing this perfectly, and it seems like the mainstream media is on board with him, look at this clip of Ilhan Omar, who, again, take her face in. And I'll say it for not the last time. I'm just blown away. I'm astounded by the face. At least when I can't think of names. I've really got to start. The chick from Virginia that did the counter speech.
Spanberger.
When Spanberger lied, she had an agenda. She was digging deep. She was like, well, he's just enriching his corrupt family.
Yeah.
The Biden family's but look at these faces. They have nothing. They're soul searching. They're on empty. They're like, I just got to lie. Let's watch this Somali pirate clip of Ilhan Omar showing her.
The Somali pirates who ransacked Minnesota remind us that there are large parts of the world where bribery, corruption, and lawlessness are the norm.
Pretending to be hurt.
And they put the name under. What channel is
Importing
this?
these cultures through unrestricted immigration
Now
and
watch
open borders.
this arm come over.
Brings us problems right here to the
honey,
USA.
he's talking about your people
And
who are
it
a
is
bunch of
the
thieving
American
Look at her.
people who pay the price in higher
hurting
medical
me and my
bills, car
people
insurance rates.
who steal.
That's C-SPAN.
Yep.
The most, the most vanilla, am I wrong? Aren't they supposed to be the most, we're just covering politics, but this, let's call a spade a spade. Don't bring up Al Green. A spade a spade. And when I say Somali pirates and talk about this devastated country, and I'll say it again, I'm sorry that when I talk about Renee Good, I'm like, she's still dead. And people get mad. I'm going to say this as something completely. If that offends you, you haven't put enough people in the ground in your life. When you get to a certain age, you put a lot of people in the ground who didn't deserve to die, who loved life, who did good things, okay? Who knew who they were and helped other people. But when you get a guy who leaves nursing to join Antifa, thank God he's dead. That can only lead to more trouble and bloodshed. When Renee Good says, I don't want to be a mother anymore, I want to be a lesbian who follows a bully around and lets her use my car, thank God she's dead before someone who appreciates life gets hurt. So again, when I say thank God Renee is dead, I'm just celebrating all the people that live a better life because of it. And I'm sorry that that woman is letting that state go in the dumper to distract people from California, which spent $15 billion on a choo-choo, okay? And none of that money went to the choo-choo. I don't have time for people like, yeah, she was murdered. Stop talking stupid. Renee Good was not murdered, okay? Neither was George Floyd. What is being murdered is common sense in this country. And I love that C-SPAN's like they're talking about her. In case any of you stupid liberal idiots think like, why is he saying that? Because they're Somali pirates. Because what they did in Minnesota was pillage, was rob. Yep. Everyone should, I'm going to send Ilhan Omar a parakeet. Or is it a parrot?
I don't know the difference. I think parrots are smarter.
What's that?
I think parrots are smarter, bigger birds, and parakeets are
Well, I'm not going to be outwitted by some bird I try and send her. I'm going to send her a carrier pigeon. So again, if you don't understand that the left is, the left, they have nothing to stand on, and I can't stress that enough. I'm sorry that young kids are so malleable, and we were all foolish once, but if you don't put enough people in the ground, if you don't have people, and now more than ever, people, you have cancer. I was fine a year ago. Like Eric Dane, McSteamy from Grey's Anatomy, all of a sudden he just got ALS. And if you don't know what ALS is, it's a debilitating disease that takes decades to finally claim your life. And it's good news, Eric Dane. He had ALS and was dead within a year. And you know what's interesting?
What's that?
He filmed Euphoria, a hit show between 2019 and 2022 when Hollywood was shutting down unless you were vaccinated.
Oh,
again, you draw your own conclusions. 8 days after they wheeled Hank Aaron out to make sure black people got vaccinated, he was DECEASED, dead. Should have said DED, deceased. Ricky Henderson, let me point something else. Ricky Henderson, the fun fact, you know who Ricky Henderson is? Baseball player? Yeah. Between 1970 and 1990, Ricky Henderson led all major leaguers in stolen bases. You want to hear another fun fact? His rookie year was 1979. He led all Major League base stealers between 70 and 90. And do you know what you need to steal a lot of bases? Incredibly strong lungs. He played baseball into his 40s. He played over 100 games for the Padres in 1942. He was in incredible shape. And then you know what happened to him? He died of pneumonia. His lungs. Stop worrying about Renee Good, who, by the way, I checked. I wasn't sure, so I Googled doornail, and she came up. So stop worrying about a woman that killed herself. It's more accurate to say she killed herself than she was murdered because Somali pirates are pillaging the state of Minnesota, and Ilhan Omar is letting it go on so you don't see the bigger, I said bigger, leave out picture. How we doing on time? Sorry.
We've got 2 minutes, 56 seconds left. I'll say this. You know, this really steams my clams. The same idiots going, Renee Good deserve to die. We're like, ha-ha, Charlie Kirk. Ha-ha.
They celebrated.
Celebrated
Charlie Kirk.
Yep. You know what? I'll be honest. I don't think I can share a country with these idiots. How do you share a country with someone who's like, ha-ha, oh, Renee Good, that's bad. Charlie Kirk, ha-ha.
Yeah.
I just want to hit him with a coffee
And
cup.
how about during the...
With the America First Motor Club coffee cup. That's what I would use, because look, you can get a good swing on it.
I was in the America First Motorboat Coffee Club.
Commie boppers right here. Yeah.
And again, speaking of, Charlie Kirk, how about when they won't even stand up and clap for the mother of Irina, whatever it was, the poor Zarutska. The left won't even stand up and clap for that mother.
You know what? I already see the visual. They're going to show a picture of Irina looking up after she's been stabbed, and then a cut to a little one of her mom, and then cut to a bunch of Democrats that are going,
yeah.
It writes itself. It writes itself, baby.
How do they not? Like, I don't understand.
They're too angry. Their TDS is such a... They can't think. That's also, Trump is the funniest president ever. When people from the Midwest go, how come he's so mean? I go, no, he's what we call a ball buster.
You ever see FDR try to walk? That was pretty hilarious.
So let's just say there's a couple of guys. We'll call them one of them Joe, and whatever. Let's give him a box. And we'll call the other guy John. Blanket. Let's just say there's two
we'll make
ball
a blanket
busters
statement about John.
Let's just say there's two ball busters running around here. That's every guy from the East Coast.
Yeah.
And remember, though, they only bust balls with people they like. But with Trump, he goes after everybody, and they hate it because they don't understand it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like Ilhan Omar, obviously. But when he brought up pirates, when she tried to pretend she was hurt, oh, he's talking about my people. Well, don't let your people steal so much money. How is it, Gino? You're a thief. How did she go from $5 in her bank account to $30 million?
It's not that funny, Joe. What?
How did she go from $5 in her bank account to $30 million?
Because she has a winery like Gavin Newsom. That you ever see that? I think Nick Shirley went to that one too. It's just an abandoned warehouse.
Yeah.
It's not the most patriotic warehouse in the land. That's right here.
That's where we would be.
Where we also drink wine at noon. What?
Sometimes chocolates show up. You gotta be careful with the chocolates. 1 minute you're eating the chocolate, next thing you know, you're pooping your pants practically. That's what they tell me. Because you get the scaries. All right, Gino, all right, we've got to take a break.
We can talk about it more when we get back. Like the SNL ain't going anywhere.
I want to talk about this comedian and get your take, because you've done comedy a couple times. And see what you think. Folks, we've got a
done a lot. Come on.
We're 2 seconds left. Hold on.
You've worked hard and saved, but inflation and increased money supply are eroding your buying power. Protect and grow your wealth with physical gold and silver. Sound Money. With a Sound Money wallet, your wealth stays in your control. Buy fractionally, vault securely, ship directly, and instantly liquidate your gold and silver at the highest buyback price in the industry. Real money, real ownership. Visit tafwsoundmoney.info or scan the QR code and start securing your financial future today.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
At the America First Warehouse. Live at the America First Warehouse on a Friday, Real America's Voice, all across the country, 103.9 LI News Radio, all across your radio, Suffolk County, Long Island. Glad you're in.
Corporate transfer. Fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed, because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
We're back, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having too much fun. Too much fun here on the Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free. This is Gino Bisconte, my
I'm
wonderful
posting
friend.
a picture of me and Joe the Box when I was wearing the mask and sending people here while we speak, because God forbid I do it during our break. What were you saying, buddy?
Gino, where can people find you online? And then where can they find you on stage in the next month or so?
I did a lot of shows coming up. Pretty excited about it. Online, I'm at Gino Bisconti on the Twitter, on the InstaFace. I do a show on the Rumble 4 or 5 days a week because I got banned on YouTube for pushing back against the vaccine. They let me back on, but who cares? And I'm a regular. Rodney's has been going great. I'm there this Friday with Stuttering Sean from the Howard Stern Show. Which should be great, and a lot of that's going to be a great show if you're around. My buddy Anthony Cumia from Compound Media is coming out. So some great people. I'm there a lot, and then Saturday I'm at Tommy's Basement in Jersey. Whatever, you know. But yeah, Google Gino Bisconti. Look, my name's right down there somewhere. Just find it, have me come see me do some yucks. But I'm here twice a week, whether they like it or not, and I love it. Thank you, America First Warehouse, and Kevin.
Now
and
it's
Joe.
Gino with an E, not an I, and it's Bisconte with a vagina. He doesn't have a penis. Just so you guys know which one you're looking for.
But whether you Google it with penis or vagina,
yes,
or spell it with J, I've said this. You could Google JINOBISKONTI comedian. It'll be like, you mean this? There's no other guy with that close a name.
Speaking of penis or vagina, look at this. Now, Gino.
Yes.
You refer to yourself as a comedian, correct?
Somebody has to.
Somebody has to. And I would say you are what we call an edgy comedian because you challenge things.
I take the punchline and put it right in your face, and you have to decide if you want to laugh or be afraid. You have two choices.
And when they don't laugh, you tell them that they're stupid because they think you're this or that, and you go, no, I'm teaching you something. Now laugh and enjoy the experience.
Yeah, I literally say I'm vaccinating you because that's what I did it. A real vaccine, not mRNA. They give you a little bit of measles so you can handle. I give you a little bit of discomfort so you're free to laugh when you leave the place.
Is that when I was passed out? A little discomfort.
I wanted to give you more discomfort. I only have what I have.
So Gino, there's a transgender comedian. Speaking of penis or vagina, a transgender comedian.
Yeah.
And here's what he said. You can see this on tape. You want to do it? He goes, "Here's his. All right. Here's its bit."
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'll pretend that I'm trans like you, and I'll do this as a trans comedian. Ready?
I should relate.
All right. It says, "I think we've been experiencing the last handful of years where trans people have tried to get our acceptance by being nice, being accessible, being the kind of person that you would be comfortable with babysitting your kids or whatever." Here it comes, though. "I think we should start killing kids until they let us use whatever bathroom we want."
Okay. Now, here's the thing. I saw this clip.
Okay.
Do you know? Have you seen the clip?
Yep.
So you know that this is I'm sorry, there's a reason for stereotypes, okay? There's a reason people, there's a reason that jokes work about certain races and religions. There's a reason. And I'm sorry that the trans stereotype is becoming disgustingly fat, overconfident, hideous-looking people that probably weren't good looking at whatever they were, didn't want to work at it, and just said, I'll do this and I'll be entitled to respect. And then they say the most disrespectful things, not to biological men, biological women, not to Jews or Christians, not to gays or straights. They say the most disrespectful things to something they're not, humans. We should not be killing children. And you should not think you're funny just because you look funny. Okay, I'll never forget when I started. There was a guy named Steve Bix. Not funny at all. He wore a Three Stooges tie. That's all you had to tell me.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. A Three Stooges tie.
Someone's not funny.
Yeah. Stop it. So again, when people talk like that, it's simply, you know what it is? When drag queens are like, we want to read to kids. I would say less than 1% of drag queens want to read to kids, okay? I would say 99% of drag queens are guys we would love to have a drink with in a bar at night because they're bawdy. Somebody, there's a great comedian, the new Otto and George, or Jake and Louie. Have you ever worked with them? If you ever get the chance, go see Jake and Louie. They grew up watching Otto and George. And if you know who I'm talking about, great. If not, don't worry about it. But he said it perfectly. He's like, the whole point The whole point of being a drag queen is it's irreverent, it's burlesque. A child doesn't get it.
Yeah.
A child can't get it because they don't know they haven't lived a life to learn what reverence and respect is and what gender roles are. They don't know. So they can't get the joke. So even if you think parents are growing up saying drag queens are terrible, they're telling their 5-year-old, they're not. And even if they did, the kid would be like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
So circling all the way back to what you said, when you get a woman who's like, I'm a drag queen, we need respect. 99% of drag queens are going like, would this bitch shut the hell up?
Yep.
Okay? Because drag queens, I'm going to tell you something, are genuinely hysterical with their bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not that animal. They don't
Right.
want to do stand-up. They want to do drag.
Now, when I first
Drag,
heard
man.
this, you know why else this joke doesn't work? Is because trans people are murdering kids everywhere already.
Yeah.
There's that. There's that.
That's the short answer. Mine was the long answer. I love
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Well, all right, so I have a joke, and I'm not going to
That makes one of us.
Well, I have a joke about being pulled over, and the cop says, sir, may I search your trunk for anything that might be considered contraband? And I say, let me ask you something. Is a dead hooker considered contraband? They know I'm not going to kill a hooker. That's what makes it. If I look like I could, they'd be like, this might be a plan. They're already slaughtering children. Now, either he pretends not to know that, or he thinks, well, I'm going to be edgy, talk about killing kids.
Yeah.
You're already killing kids, you fucking animal.
Yeah.
It's not funny.
Well, they don't understand the constructs of comedy.
Yeah.
They don't understand the zigzag. They're more of the people like, I'm on stage, I'm entitled, you have to laugh. Why? Give me a reason.
Right.
Use your words. They don't know. They're like, it's Hannah Gadsby. I said this. You can look at old clips of a show I used to do on Compound Media called In Hot Water. If you go to my Patreon, it's In Hot Water, doesn't matter. But when Hannah Gadsby first came out, we said it. A lot of these people in comedy, it's not their fault. And I say this all the time. Me and Kevin are straight, believe it or not, white males over 40. Well over 40. We're in our 50s. You know we get work? By being funny. We don't check any boxes. He's gay. He's trans. He's Somali. He's from India. He's illegal. None of those boxes.
No.
We're not cute. We're not any. We have to be funny to get work. But when you had Hannah Gadsby, okay, when she got off stage, and I'm defending her, how was I? You're the funniest trans, accented, ugly, glasses wearing. It goes on and on. There's no one like you. So she's like, she thought she was funny till in the middle of a Netflix special. That entitled cunt. That's what she became. Bleep that out. I said cunt. Go back a couple words to when I said cunt and bleep it out. But that's what you call an entitled person who's like, halfway through, like, I don't want to make fun of me anymore. You were never funny unless you're making fun of you.
Yep.
You dummy. And now you want respect when you never had the respect of anyone. You were just a talking head with what, God knows what the hell else below the neck. Stop it. And that's when comedy went sideways. That's when it was like, she got a special. And when Netflix was plugging it, they're like, they said a very important comedy special, and then comedy slid out. I'll never forget that.
Very important special.
Yes. Yes.
We're going to push the trans nonsense. And we got a couple here. We got one here. So you're going to watch some trans nonsense. I know a trans comic who, we're at a VFW, and this trans comic goes,
books
Downey,
that?
should I do my trans stuff? And we're downstairs eating our free pasta. And from upstairs, I hear, I pledge allegiance to the flag. They're doing the pledge. And I start laughing. I said, I don't know what to tell you. Do whatever you want.
Right.
So the trans dudette, whatever, Decepticon, you can go with that, does the whole, so I'm trans, and the crowd doesn't care. They're laughing.
Right.
Just hate it and wanted to be hated. Well, I thought they're going to hate me. And then this bitchette, can we call them bitchettes, the trans?
Better than what I just said 4
complaining-
times.
Complaining about, I'm not getting ahead in comedy because of hatred. I said, I saw you at a very patriotic venue kill. No one cares.
Yeah.
You just want the victimhood. Shut up. You got to open for, I can't stand him anymore. Really obnoxious guy from Boston, black wife. He suddenly became
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr, thank you.
Thank God you couldn't remember his name. You're making me feel better because I can't remember any names anymore. Go on.
Got to open for Bill Burr. I've never gotten open for Bill Burr, and I'm funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've never got to open for Bill Burr, and
Well, I used to work with Bill Burr a lot at the Comedy Village. Sometimes I forget, like, when we used to grind and stuff. But then you look at him. Trust me, he knows me. But I don't know why I'm making. Yes, I don't tour with him. He doesn't call up and be like, "Hey, I'm in Jersey," and I know a lot of people that do.
Yeah.
And they're good people. But it's just like I've said this. I've said this about us. I said it. We're straight. And I say to black. I say to my black comedic friends, like, trust me, you're done too. Black isn't enough anymore. You got to check more than a straight black male. Stop it. That doesn't check any boxes anymore. Don't get me wrong. Murphy's great. Chris Rock is great. Dave Chappelle's the best.
Yeah.
But they're funny. They deserve it. Maybe not Murphy, but he's an actor now. But you know what I mean? It's like these guys, like, if you're a straight black man, don't act like, oh my God, you've got to be. Artie Lang said it to me once. He's like, Gene, you have an act that doesn't fold. And I'm bragging, but it's like I'm being nostalgic more than that. So hopefully you'll take it like that. But he's like, you have an act that doesn't fold. And he said, he's like, we just got to be funny, man.
Yeah.
We got to be funny. Artie, God bless him. I hope he's doing well. We miss him. He was one of the most brilliant everything's ever, but go on.
You know what we don't have? We got 54 seconds, and I hate this. As much, this trans thing is crap. I hate when someone says, so I'm Jewish, and here's an impression of my mom yelling at me for the next 45 minutes. Oh, Clarence, why didn't you take out the garbage? It's my Jewish mom. Well, you know who? That's actually a woman. I'll tell you during the break. Her whole act is my Jewish mom.
Then I'll tell you when we come back from the break.
And who's the Asian chick who had her own TV show in the 80s, early 90s? Margaret Chow. Her whole act was, and so my mom said, Margaret, how come you not passed tests to become a lawyer? And that's the whole joke. That's another easy off-ramp for comedians who have nothing. All right, who's the... you know what? We got to go.
Who's the what?
The Indian guy, Russell something.
Russell Peters.
Yes! Hold on, we'll talk about him too.
Have you noticed your money just doesn't stretch like it used to? Your paycheck feels lighter, and your savings aren't growing. The culprits? Inflation and increased money supply. They've both been quietly eating away at your purchasing power for years. Today, the dollar's value has dropped significantly. You feel it every time you spend money on goods and services. Back in 1965, $1 or an ounce of silver could buy you a gallon of milk. Fast forward to today. That same dollar barely buys a couple of coffee creamers, while an ounce of silver would get you 8 gallons of milk. Gold and silver have held their value for centuries. If you had 2,500 ounces of silver back in 1965, you could buy a brand new Ford Mustang. Today, 2,500 ounces of silver would buy you 2 Mustangs. Similarly, in the year 2000, 628 ounces of gold would buy a new $170,000 home. Today, 628 ounces would buy you a $2,500,000 home. The problem? 95% of Americans don't own physical gold or silver. They think it's too complicated and too expensive, but it doesn't have to be. We offer a membership program that allows you to buy gold or silver with as little as $1. You can buy fractional amounts, safely vault them, or have them delivered to your doorstep, and you can liquidate them whenever you want at the highest buyback price in the industry. Ready to protect your wealth and keep your purchasing power? Scan the QR code or go to tafw.soundmoney.com to learn more.
If the vote count is accurate, then how come the number of voters is different? And if it's not accurate, then why was it certified? We are suing Letitia James and the New York State Board of Elections for a conspiracy against fundamental rights. This is not about who won. It's not about what party. It's about the fact that they don't care about your rights.
All right, live from Studio 6B on a Friday night, live at the America First Warehouse. Live at the America First Warehouse on a Friday, Real America's Voice, all across the country, 103.9 LI News Radio, all across your radio, Suffolk County, Long Island. Glad you're in.
It's me, Joe the Box. And I'm John the Blanket with the America First Podcast. That's what I'm talking about. The Fred Rubino Podcast. I'm James Justice. We got Stephen Ruth over here. What are we doing, Steve? Fighting!
Welcome to the Patriots Podcast. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast here at the America First Warehouse.
Welcome to Liberty's Cage, the podcast tearing down the walls of America's broken justice system.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free. That's the whole title. We didn't really come up with. I'm not that clever. I'm not that clever at all. Gino's got the tape here. Now, we don't like SNL.
We used to.
We used to.
That's what hurts.
They used to be, as Bill was saying, irreverent. They were edgy, and now it's just.
If you're ever
safe
bored,
space
look
comedy.
up Chevy Chase, Richard Pryor job interview.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, back to you. Sorry.
Anywho, they used to be edgy. Now they used to be counterculture. Now they're mainstream.
Yes.
It couldn't be safer. It's like a Kimmel. Kimmel's comedy couldn't be any safer for the left. And then Trump said,
but the difference for me is, it shouldn't even say, yes, but like for some, let me change it. What bothers me is, and am I wrong? Like I could see Kimmel, I've let that go. But when it gets to Saturday Night Live, that's really that's the last defense I felt like. Maybe, or am I wrong? I'm wrong a lot.
You're
but
100%
I just feel
right.
like when it got into SNL, it's like, wow. You know, this is stuff, this is from the not ready for primetime players, and just this is genuine. Like it is like it happens that week. It is just so live, so whatever. It's like all about the satire of it. Now it's like Weekend Update, which is just so anti-Trump, so awful.
So let's take a look at that. Gino was kind enough to snatch this. This is SNL Weekend Update. Remember,
This
Dennis
is
Miller.
from December, this one.
Yeah, it's from December because they haven't been on much.
Yeah.
Dennis Miller killed at this.
I can't hear it, by the way.
I can't hear it either.
We're going to have to be able to hear it. Yes, sorry about that. Okay.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Weekend Update. I'm Michael Che. I'm Colin Jost. This week, President Trump led a rally celebrating his handling of the economy, which for some reason he held at a casino in the Poconos. Just kind of weird to say, the future is brighter than ever. Isn't that right? Woman on oxygen playing the nickel slots.
Now, can you pause it for 1 sec? Okay, watch this. This is what immediately jumped out at me, okay? Yeah, the Heartland. Everyone's the elites. Oh, casino in the Poconos. Wow, why is he doing it there? Shouldn't he be doing it, shouldn't he be doing it in D.C. or Palm Springs? They're just already just sucking at the teat of the elites. Don't get me wrong, but that's your joke. And don't get me wrong, it's not a bad joke. But it's second nature for them to be like, well, look where they did it, in the Poconos. And Sorry, that's where a lot of the heartland of America is.
And let's take it another step further. They're showing a picture of a woman on oxygen because apparently that's a cool target. You'll notice she looks more like, my mom than Maxine Waters. Let's put it that way. They would never do that if that woman looked like Maxine Waters. What they're doing, and they always do this, folks, they go after the not so wealthy white people in the Midwest. Perfect. We can go, or hillbillies. This is the Poconos. You got to be a hillbilly chick on oxygen. Just go make fun of her. You would never say, let's go down to the Piggly Wiggly and talk to Aunt Sarah, who just got off her 40-hour shift at the Pancake House, and here comes the black woman. No, they would never pick on someone like that.
And by the way, if they really wanted to go after Trump, it's the Poconos. Why, be like, there's nothing like washing the shame of that news conference off in a giant shot glass of a jacuzzi.
Yeah.
But
they love going after the white working class people. That's an easy
We're
target.
shameful.
Absolutely.
By the way, that woman, you know why she's able to do that? Because she has 8 slaves at home. And, it's her. By the way, the fact that she's playing nickel slots on oxygen, that's her white privilege.
Yeah, there you go.
Idiots. Now, watch what they're. This I remember. By the way, I'm going to be honest. I have only watched the next 4 or 5 seconds of this because what you're about to see is it's galling. It's galling. Here we go. Now, remember, they're crapping on Trump. Here we go.
Trump's speech was supposed to focus on the affordability crisis, but he drifted off topic just a little bit.
They don't use the word chief of staff anymore because of the Indians. Can you imagine if Donald Trump married his sister? Do we love minors? I love minors. What? Don't forget me. Eggs.
I love that the president lost his train of thought and someone in the crowd had to remind him his train of thought was eggs.
Okay, can we stop it there?
We don't even know that's what happened.
Okay, no, we know that isn't what happened. And by the way, they clipped one. I already missed. You have to go back. Can you go back and forget it? Okay, we had to get rid of Chief because of the Indians. That's Donald making a joke. Okay, that's Donald just making a joke and like, nope, it's racist. Okay, two was now I remember. Could you imagine if I married my sister? That's funny unless you point out what do you think he was referring to?
Ilhan Omar.
So he's referring to a politician on the left circumventing the Constitution and the American system. Okay, the third one. What was the third one? Was it eggs? No, there was one before that, wasn't there?
There might have been.
Can you?
Oh, geez, yeah, there was one.
You got to rewind it. I'm so sorry. And by the way, eggs. Here we go.
Trump's speech was supposed to focus on the affordability crisis, but he drifted off topic just a little bit.
They don't use the word chief of staff anymore because of the Indians. Can you imagine if Donald Trump married his sister? Do we love minors? I love minors. What? Don't forget me.
Okay, how did I miss the biggest one?
Yeah.
He's in, where is he? The Poconos, the mountains. What do people do in the mountains?
They drill.
No. They use a weather machine to flood them in North Carolina so you can get there. Oh, I'm sorry. But in the Poconos, miners, M-I-N-E-R-S, drill.
Yes.
But rather than point out that the left had 4 years to release the Epstein files, had Ghislaine Maxwell on trial, and rather than point out Trump went after them, he didn't hear. Rather than fucking, go after them, they're like, look at Trump. He loves miners. No, he loves the miners of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
That's the most disgust. And here's my question to you. Okay, I'll take a deep breath. Oxygen. What are they going for with that bit? What do they want us to believe? I'm genuinely curious.
All right, now take a quick step back. He said he's supposed to be talking about the affordability crisis as if there is one. He's saying there is like it's a fact. Joe Biden invented that. Donald Trump is getting us out of it. I wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah.
Because this whole thing is garbage. This is garbage writing. That guy couldn't deliver a joke if it came in a pizza box.
Yeah.
He's horrible. He's horrible. Uh-oh, who is that?
That is not midnight. What?
No way. That's midnight at the.
I didn't recognize
that's
it without
our buddy
our hat.
Midnight in the glasses.
On Trump's left, with the bigger paychecks, that's our boy Midnight. You go what?
I was supposed to be there. I couldn't go.
Who's on the right?
Behind Trump.
Oh my! And by the way, that's why I picked this clip to plug the most Patriot. That's amazing. So as you were saying,
where are we?
Oh, okay. My point is, what are they going for
no,
here?
I mean geographically.
Have some more chocolate.
That was yesterday. I'm back.
Watch, I'll say with my glasses. So he couldn't deliver a punchline if it was a pizza, is the last thing you said.
Yes.
And what is galling about this is just my wife says it all the time. I love her. Stupid people think you're stupid. And the problem with that is, once you think everyone's as stupid as you don't need to get smarter. And these jokes get dumber and dumber. And I'll say it again. They literally took 4 clips of Trump being funny and calling out the left and supporting the working American and put them together. So, Indian, Chief, I like miners. Could you imagine if I married my sister? And anyone with a brain like us is not, it's like, it doesn't make you laugh. You're like, oh my, what the eggs? And this is the thing about the affordability crisis, you said it. They made it up. Okay?
Yeah.
Because it's their problem. It's like if I burnt down your house, okay? And then somebody comes new and they're going to rebuild your house, right? And I'm just complaining that they're not handling the ashes crisis. You understand? They literally set set the economy on fire. And while Trump is like taking the fire down to like from 4 alarms to 1 alarm, they're sitting like, yeah, what are we going to do about this 1 alarm fire? Go screw yourself. Eggs in East Harlem, I'm not making this up, were $12 for a dozen. I can get cage-free eggs. Leave the Al Davis joke out of this, Al Green. I can get cage-free eggs now, 18 for $6. Okay, don't get me wrong. Coffee is still expensive. Meat is still expensive. But again, is still expensive. And this is what they love to do. Oh, egg prices went up from $5 to $6. And how about this? Donald Trump said gas prices on average are two something. He's like, and in one place they're $1.85. And what does the left tweet? Donald Trump says the average gas price is $1.85.
Yep.
And what do people on SNL say? Stop it!
Yeah, it's
Stop watching these jerks.
It's propaganda, folks. It's nothing more than that. It's propaganda wrapped up with what they call a punchline. It's not a punchline. I've seen better punchlines at a Gino Bisconte show that I just saw at Governor's, and you can see another one where?
Oh, you can see another one at Dangerfield, at Rodney's this Thursday, and we're there the last Sunday of every month. Dangerfields, I'm there March 29th.
Rodney's now.
I always say that. It's Rodney's. But when I say Dangerfields, I know that they correct me, but it's Dangerfields.
To the comedians, it's still Dangerfields.
It always is, without Chario there.
And I love it. Chario, it was like 1,000 years old, and he, of all the jokes going on in there, he had the most racist jokes. He was a waiter. he was like 102.
He was old school. Like, if you walked in with your girlfriend, he'd push you both out of the way if you weren't on the show. You got to move. You got to move. He was legendary.
Yep.
Legendary.
Miss that man every day. I will be at the Saratoga Springs. It's called the Comedy Works in
Great
Saratoga
club.
Springs.
Fun little club.
Yeah, I love it there. I'll be back there March 20th and 21st. That'll be a hoot. And, of course, I'll be on live from Studio 6B right here Friday at the America First Warehouse. Now, if it's okay, I just need the last 20 seconds of the show. Is there anything you want to put in or plug?
I've
I need
yelled
the last
enough.
20 seconds.
Please, I'm going to take a nap. Go on, my man. Thanks for having me, as always. Looking forward to this
This is
every
our
week.
show now.
This is our baby.
This is ours. Now, folks, Gino and I like to have fun. We like to have drinks sometimes, too. It's a little too early for not my family. Come on.
Is it?
All the fun people are dead in my family.
I'm bringing a bottle. I'm bringing Canadian Club next week. Go.
You're watching Mad Men, too, aren't you?
Second time through.
Joe, don't I got a bottle of something that floats around here? Thank you. Now, Joe, are you alone? Joe the Box here. Anyone with you? All right. Oh, that's John. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do this for Gino. Please join me in his very first standing applause break. There you go. Standing. See you next time. Be free, stay free.
First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of hope, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free in the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.